Good afternoon. This is Keep It 100 podcast. I'm Terrell McBee, the host for all four podcasts today. I have a special guest. I see her in the comment section. She is singer, dancer, and a model in that order as it says on her profile. So I see her in comment sections. I'm excited to talk to her for like a part two podcast. So yeah, we're gonna do that.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hi. Wait, hold on. Why do you sound so low? I think my phone is messing.
In my phone, but
What's up? How's everything? Thanks for having me, by the way.
for sure. So part officially, I want to say a part two. I know
Yeah.
the part one that I did, I didn't like how it turned out, so I was like kind of interrupted during that one. So I made sure I prepared for this one. No interruption.
No interruptions. Nobody answering, knocking on the door. No nothing.
Yeah, for sure. So I appreciate you for coming on again.
I love being here. It's so fun.
For sure. I had a chance to listen to your song that you had out, so I like that song actually.
Thank you.
I had to literally go get Apple Music, so I was using.
It was on YouTube. You could have just said YouTube. He was like, "No, I had to buy the single."
Yeah, I had to go get that, which I did. So yeah, I like that song actually. But yeah, I'm gonna talk about you for possibly 45 minutes to an hour, depending how Instagram wants to act today.
Right.
So yeah, we're gonna do that. So, do you mind introducing yourself and speaking a little bit about like maybe projects, what you're working on?
Okay, hi guys. My name is Kadia Zhane. I'm a singer, dancer, model, and like you said, it's in that order. Okay, and that's on period because we're classy. Okay. I have a lot of projects coming out, but because of COVID, it had to like slow down a little bit. But now that outside is starting to open up, I'm so excited. I have new singles on the way. I have music videos on the way. I have a lot in the works, like acting, everything. Like there's a lot of stuff that I can't really talk too much about, but it's when you see, you're gonna be like, oh, she doing big things, you know what I mean? So I'm very excited, like especially because of like the whole COVID situation. It was kind of like I was like, dang, 2020. I don't know how 2020 is rolling right now. It's looking a little,
You know,
but it honestly was a blessing in disguise, you know, because now we're over here, outside's opening back up. We've still taken the precautions for what we need, but we're still working to get into this money, you know?
for sure. Are you back in New York?
Yes. Well, right now I'm in Jersey. I'm back up north. But right now I'm in Jersey taking care of stuff with my family over here. And then I've just been bouncing back and forth between New York and Jersey so that way I can, like, make sure they're good here and then still do what I need to do over there.
Okay, for sure. I saw something on your Instagram story. Was that like a model shoot? What was that?
Oh, yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a modeling shoot. It was like basically like a power shoot where it was filled with like multiple like videographers, photographers, and everything. So that way it like, you know what I'm saying? Like it gave us a lot of content. So I was excited about that. And then there's a few other things that I didn't record. I forgot because I was just like, I'm here, I made it. Let's go, let's work. Great. But yeah, so that yesterday was like a pretty much a big power shoot, and it was really fun. Like there was good vibes, dope energy, and yeah.
For sure. Sounds good. Do you want to give us a rundown of how you came up with the idea of the song?
Give me 1 second. I can't hear you. Outside noise. Outside doesn't know how to be quiet. All right. Say it again. I'm sorry.
For sure. Do you want to give a rundown of song?
How I created the song Mine? Yeah. So pretty much, so I was literally listening to beats, and I was just like, you know, because like they sent me beats over and everything, and I was just like, oh, okay, like some of them, like sometimes I like find a beat that I think is so dope, but they don't have like, basically I feel like beats tell a story, so, and I'm just the one that's relating the story, if that makes sense. So all the songs, like all the beats were fire, this, that, and the third. I'm like, however, I don't hear the story. I don't hear the storyline. Like, and I'm the type of person, like, yeah, you can write to anything, but like to create hits, I feel like it has to just naturally come to you. You feel me? And none of them, like the beats, I'm telling you, they were like some dope beats. And I'm just sitting here like, nah, it's not it. So then when I came across the beat for Mine, it literally just told the story itself. Like, it was just like, oh, yeah, I don't know if I want you for the night. I don't know if I want you for the white. But I just know I want you, you know, for tonight. Like, you feel me? So it's just like, it's just pretty much, it was just, it told itself. And then just relating from time when, like, you know, most girls, I don't know all girls, but most girls that I've talked to, like, they'll tell me, like, oh, you know, like, I don't know if I want him, like, as my husband. I don't know if I want him, but I know I want him. And I want to make him mine. So I was just like, you know, let's just write a song about that, like about that situation. But it had such a like a Caribbean / Latin flow that I was like, I gotta add in the Spanish. Like I have to. Like nobody's really doing that right now. Like, I mean, like you have like like maybe I guess you could say like Spanish artists doing that. Like, but like you don't see like English artists incorporating with them the Spanish from their point of view. If they do, if anything, they get like a feature from like a Spanish artist. So I was just like, oh yes, like I should do that. That'll be so fire. And like it was fun. Like I was just literally, I don't know, it was just fun. That's all I can say.
Did you get like mixed reaction from the song? Was it like all positive? What was the reaction like?
Well, since that song was like my first song and I was just like in a rush to get it out, like I had like mixed reactions. Like I've had some people that they said they were in love with it, like the 7th and 3rd. Then I had some people be like, girl, you sound like T-Pain. Like, you know, and I'm like used to that because in modeling, when I did modeling solely, like by itself, I've always had mixed opinions about everything. It's either, girl, you're gorgeous, or it's like, girl, you look like a man, cut it out. Like, you know, I've gotten that before, and I'm just like, you know, it is what it is. Like, music is subjective, so not everybody's gonna like it, you know. So I did get mixed reviews about it, and then I like when I heard the song back, I was like, yeah, you know, it was a little bit too much, maybe a little bit too much of autotune. However, it's still a good song and it can hold its own, you know what I mean? So for the next song that I'm putting out, like I'm making sure like, all right, the auto-tune ain't it. Like, you know, turn it down a little bit. And yeah, you know, I'm even doing more of like rapping and it's like there's a lot that we have going on.
Oh, so you gonna drop some bars next heat?
Yes. And I'm so excited because I'm just so excited. I can't even tell. I'm just so excited.
And would that be dropped in 2020? Because you can't really talk about it, but is it dropped in 2020?
Well, I want to say yes, if God allows it, because it's not up to me. But if God allows it, yes. I want it to be dropped in 2020, before 2021, definitely. However, it's not in my hands. It's in God's hands. You know what I mean? So.
For sure. Okay. Fair enough. Far as, I guess, what you've been up to since the last time I talked to you, has it just been like music? I know it's been modeling too, dancing too.
It's literally, I've added in acting now. So we're doing a lot of acting, doing music still, obviously, modeling as well. It's just like literally I'm just adding more and more to my plate. It's not just all three, like just those three. Now we're adding a fourth thing. So I'm a, not a triple, but a quadruple threat.
So which order will it go in now? If I'm looking correctly, like what order does the acting like go into?
So literally it's going to be singer, dancer, model, actor, in that order. Because it's going, listen, it's literally going in the order of all the things that I've done. You feel me? I started off in music, then I went to becoming a dancer, and then I went into modeling, and now I still have all three, and now I'm adding acting.
So will it stay in that order like always, or will it eventually like change?
I think it's going to stay in that order always because I'm going to do all of them. So, I mean, music is always my passion, so music is always going to be first. And then, I mean, if the other ones want to change, they could change. I don't care. But as of right now, music, dance, model, act. So.
For sure. Sounds good. And far as the acting part, when was like the first time that you kind of just thought about getting into it? Part one. Part two is when did you actually, I guess, you auditioned for something, right?
Yes.
Did you first get into it, and how fast did you like get an audition?
Okay, so I used to do all of this when I was a kid. And I always liked the idea of the fact that, like, I can be someone else without having to get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like, say if I want to be a criminal, like, I can act to be a criminal in the movie. Like, you feel me? So I always enjoyed, like, basically walking in other people's shoes. And I just thought that was, like, really cool. And with acting, you actually get that opportunity to do that. You know what I mean? So I just always liked it. Like, I just always loved the creative side of everything. And then as far as your second question, I recently landed something, and it is pretty much, I had the audition. A friend of mine actually got me in connect with the person, and they were like, you have to do it, you have to do it. He's looking for people for this movie, this and a third, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, okay, like, shoot, like, we'll just add it on to the plate. Like, who knows, you know? It might be like acting is like the way I make it in, or whatever the case may be. You never know. So, and I was like, and I enjoy it, so it doesn't really matter. So I was like, all right, fine, I'll do it. So, like, she was like, send your song and send a monologue. And I was just like, okay, cool. So I sent the song, and then I sent the monologue, and he was just like, I need you. Like, I need you to be in the movie. And I was just like, wait, huh? Like, what? That was quick. Like, and he was just like, I just like your energy. And he was just like, I love the song, and it's a vibe, and this and the third, and blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, oh, wow, that was easy. Yes, like, yes. So it was very, like, it's, I don't know, just, it was fun. It was cool. It's a vibe.
For sure. And as far as the audition, was it like a physical audition, or was it like
Virtual. Yeah, it was a virtual because of the fact of COVID and everything. And it's actually, that's the one thing that I do love about COVID is the fact that, like, everything's virtual now. So you can have, like, virtual meetings, you can have virtual, like, auditions, whether it's singing, dancing, modeling, like, everything is virtual. And I'm just like, I feel like that's good because, like, some people, like, they have, like, you know, like, and social anxiety. So I feel like it's good, it's better for them because there's so many people that are talented, but then they just have, like, that anxiety. So it, like, throws them off. And I feel like it honestly gives them a chance to actually, like, showcase their talent without having to feel like, oh my gosh, there's so many people and there's this and there's that. You know what I mean? So I don't know. You know.
Congrats on that, though.
Thank you.
Pretty dope. But and do you have something coming, I assume? Because
For music?
you already got music coming. Like, I saw it on your Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
You got something for acting, too, coming, right?
Yes, for acting as well. And then as far as modeling, it's just like photos and stuff like that. I'm slowly trying to get like more back into it, like doing like runway, like high fashion and all that stuff. That's in the works as well. It's just, because of COVID, I don't even know if we're having fashion week this year. Which I'm really hoping because like I love fashion week. That's like my favorite time of year. It's like Christmas for me. As a model, if you know how exciting it is from going from one casting to the next casting to the next casting, and it's basically like a gift because you really don't know what you're gonna get. Like you might get booked for this job, not get this job, but it's fun because you get to network and meet so many different people, and I just love it. It's like my favorite time of year, and you get it twice a year, so it's like Christmas twice a year.
So, do you think it's gonna happen, or do you think they're just gonna say, "Nah"?
I'm an optimistic person, so I'm saying yes because I really just want to do it and like be like, "Oh, she's back," and like I feel like it's gonna be so fun. I mean, obviously they would have to take the necessary precautions to make sure that we are safe and safe and not basically like catching the virus. But I feel like it's doable. If anything, I feel like they would probably have like a virtual fashion show. You get what I'm saying? So it's like just the models are in the runway, so it's like they hold the camera up like this, and then the models are walking, they pose, and then like they can have people like tapping in, like showing hearts, commenting, this and the third, and then walking through. So that way it limits the chances of spreading it, and then also being able to like still get a chance for everyone to see it. I feel like that would actually be pretty dope. And then just have the photographers because you need the photographers. But yeah.
Sure.
But I think they could do it. I have faith in them.
Well, something like that's been done before, so I'm pretty sure they can make that happen.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know what they would. They'll probably use. They won't use Instagram. I'm sure the fashion you're speaking of is more than that, right?
Right.
How long? How long? For example, if you have it one day, and then you still
For
have it,
week.
but like on a regular day, say you first have it. How long?
You keep cutting out. I'm sorry. Say it again.
Like for example, on when it starts, like how many hours is it per day?
So the thing is with the authentic, like I don't want to call it the real fashion week, but the one that's like on like, blogs and it's like everyone knows about. That could be like an all day thing because literally what you're doing is running from one show, which one show is like maybe 15 minutes, if that, but you're rushing, like it takes like prep work. You got to get your hair right. You do like a final fitting. Then you got to do the makeup. You sit in hair and makeup for a minute. And then after that, it's literally you go for the show. The show's literally 15 minutes. It ends. And then after that, everyone, including the audience, runs to the next, like, how do you say, to the next show. And then they just go and do it all over again. So it could be like, it's a week long of just basically 15-minute shows. But and the ones that are like more with the upcoming designers, those are usually more like a all day thing. It does run like week long, like the ones that are like the 15-minute shows. However, it's usually like they have like a showcase, like Art Hearts. It has like, it's a big production and they have like multiple mini shows all in one, and then they do it maybe for like the whole week, and it's like the same thing, but it's not, it's for like more upcoming designers or designers that are more established, you know what I mean?
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
And you're at the
Wait, what? I'm sorry, you keep cutting out.
when you're at these shows, do you connect with like what do you call them, designers?
Yes. So you usually, when you have a casting, you usually see like it's a whole panel of designers. And you do your show, like you do your walk and this, that, and the third. And whoever selects you is who you're walking for. However, when you get selected and you
We froze. Let me wait for her to come back before.
someone had called, it's like literally I don't catch a break. But I love it though. Being busy is a good thing. But I was just like, wait, I know you see me. I'm on live. Don't call. But yeah, so like pretty much with that, once you're there, you do connect with other photographers, makeup artists, other models, like, and sometimes the models actually put you onto like other shows and everything, and it's pretty much, it's really fun.
And how long have you? Well, when you connect, like, do you follow up like a week after, days after? Like, how do you go about doing that?
I mean, for me, it's more so of like, when I connect with them, I usually like to thank them at the like. Okay, so with the designer that I'm walking for, I usually like to thank them, like there, and then also send a message as well to thank them again. But then when I like meet with the other like designers that I'm like trying to connect with, I usually just like message them later that day, like, thank you for like having a conversation with me, or thank you for this, that, and third. Like, I just always like to go about thanking them first for their time, because, you know, everybody's time is valuable. Whether it's my time, their time, you know, you only get like a set amount of hours in a day, and you, once you use them, you don't get them back. So it's just like, I like to thank them for that. And then I always like be like, oh, I would love to stay connected with you, and this, and the third, and blah, blah, blah. And then that's usually when like they just start offering other things as well.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
I always wondered how that whole dynamic worked. But regular networking, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I need to learn more about that. That's a certain area. But hopefully what they might do, like what you said, is just, I guess, like stream it and then just have everyone like tune in.
Yeah, I feel like that would be so dope, whether it's on Instagram, or they could do like, you know, a bunch. There's a lot of opportunities because there's so many different like live streaming platforms now. Like, you could do it so many different ways. You know what I mean? So I I don't know. I feel like that's the way they could do it. But now I had also seen like on the Shade Room how they were using like virtual models. So I was just sitting there like, oh, that's so dope. But then as a model, you're kind of like, oh snap, like they might not need me anymore. Like that's up. Like I'm about to become obsolete. Like that's kind of, you know what I mean? But it was just so dope because it was like very futuristic, and I was just like, ooh, yes. Like it literally was like a black like figure, and then it's just like the clothes on them, and I was just like, oh, that's so fire. Like if I was a designer, I low-key probably would do that. Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, but you might start a trend with that though.
Yeah,
Everyone might start doing it, and then they might like, yo, we don't need real models anymore. We could use what we have over here.
right. We could just draw the model and make it digital. Like that's crazy, but it's the truth though. Like one designer had already done it, and I'm like waiting for it to become a trend because I feel like that's, like you said, it's what's gonna happen, and I'm gonna just be sitting there like, oh snap, I'm out of a job. Go ahead.
Change that order.
Right. I gotta change the order.
If that happens, you may have to change the order. I have. I'm not sure if I'm not sure if this is a question, but well, when I was advertising, I posted the photo of the, I think it's the one with the leaf, right?
Right.
And as the people hit me up, they're like, "Oh, so when's the chick with the leaf coming?" I was like, "I'm pretty sure she has a name, bro." Calling her the leaf.
Chick with the leaf.
I was like, she does have a name. I kind of tagged what her name is.
Right.
He's like, but the leaf though, I'm just like,
do you want me to bring the leaf into the live? I could definitely bring the leaf into the live and get that press for this leaf. Like, do you want to be the leaf? Like, I don't know, because like you're a little pressed about this leaf. You know what I mean?
He was pressing about that leaf. He was like, well, why didn't you post the leaf again? And I was like, bro, like I'm only gonna post it like one time.
Right. Like, what? That's so crazy.
Yeah, that was a little interesting conversation. You might have more from that person. But
right. I mean, I kind of low-key want to know who the person is, so that way I could be like, do you want the leaf? I could ship it to you.
But yeah, thought I'd share that with you. That was kind of interesting as well.
Right.
I am going to get your top 5 artists again because I got it when I got it,
Mm-hmm.
like a lot of distractions around.
Right. But I just feel like it's hard to do top fives because I love all genres of music. Like growing up, I was classically trained, so I played piano, violin, and I did ballet. So I like Beethoven and all the other stuff. Like I like that, and then it's like I also like Jimi Hendrix. I like this. I like jazz. I like. So you're just like when you say top five, I'm just
Well,
like
hip hop top 5. There you go. That's exactly
okay, hip hop.
hip hop rap top 5.
That's still hard. Okay. No particular order. I like dang. Okay, the things if I listen in the car, what would I do? Pop Smoke, definitely. I like him. Ron Suno. I like all the like mainstream rappers right now. But wait, I like Dave East too. So Dave East. I like Jay-Z. I like Jay-Z. And I like J. Cole. I don't know
Okay.
if that's 5. But
I believe it was. Okay.
I
For
think
sure.
it's 5. Yeah, we'll just
Yeah,
say 5.
for sure. Well, you kind of had to put Jay-Z in that list considering where you're at. Just saying.
Right. I
You
mean,
might,
but then I also like Tupac, like, and Biggie, and like, it just, I'm telling you, it's hard. I can't narrow it down to 5
I
because
don't
I
blame.
appreciate like all their like, you know what I mean, like their linguistics and how they say certain things and like the way they make it flow and like the double entendres or sometimes it's a triple entendre, and I'm just sitting there like, some of you bitches could never, baby. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I just be like, oh, it's hard. It's just really hard.
It's okay. Someone made me give my top 5 literally like 2 podcasts ago. I was asking him, and he's like, "So what's your top 5?" I was like, "You're not supposed to flip the question on me. Like this is about you. This isn't about me." But he made me my top 5, and we had a little disagreements there, but because I left Kendrick out of the top 5, and I'm like, I didn't grow up listening to Kendrick. Kendrick was like,
I
the,
do like Kendrick though. He's a
I'm
vibe.
it though. Like he's
Ooh. I feel kind of like bad that I left him out though. Like,
this is your top 5 though that you grew up listening to, like, and my top 5, like that's what I grew up listening to.
right.
And yeah, he's like out. I was like, bro, when I do my next top 5, when he has 4 albums, he might be number 1 or number 2. I don't know.
Right. So
But
is he your top 5 now? Is he in your current top 5? If I was to ask you, what is your top 5? Would it
my
change? Mm-hmm.
with Kendrick in it,
No, yeah, I'm saying. And would you also say that like your top 5 changed, or you would say it's still the same?
nah, it's still the same from 2 podcasts ago. Like, it's gonna be really hard for that top 5 to change. Like, it's
So what's your top 5 then?
my top 5. Do you want it in the order or like whatever?
No, I don't care about the order.
You know, I got Tupac.
Okay.
I got Ice Cube,
Okay. I can see Ice Cube.
NWA Killer, like legendary.
Mm-hmm.
Tupac, Ice Cube. I can't leave Biggie out. Like,
Right.
and a lot of people sleep on the DLC from Dallas, Texas. That's my guy, top 5.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
NWA starter, actually.
Period, Pookie.
At DLC and number 5. This is people I just grew up like listening.
to. Yeah.
Game was like motivational for me, bro.
The
Like
game. What? Oh wow.
300 bars killed a whole record label and a group. So
Right. He's check. Yep, on the list. Period.
because some
Period.
people off, like I think I was listening to a radio station and there's like he's not even top 20. I was like, whoa, relax, pump the brakes, brakes, dog. But that's my top 5. Is possibly gonna change because I like Kendrick, bro. Like it was really hard to leave this dude out.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, oh shit, how did you forget Kendrick? And I'm like over here like, damn, like that nigga, like the way he spit is like, you feel me? Like
grew up listening to Game too, so most of these West Coast dudes like grew up listening to him, like the new one. And yeah, like I'm a fan, so been a fan before he came out. So yeah, that's my top 5. I could have added some other people. There's some honorable mentions, but we gonna wait. We're gonna wait. But back to you though, for sure. Appreciate you getting my top 5.
Thanks. I should be on the podcast too, asking all the questions.
And idea. Don't sleep on that idea. For sure. So since the last time I talked to you, we were talking about the whole COVID situation.
Right.
Has your plans changed for upcoming projects since the last time I talked?
It has like started to pick back up again because outside is open. However, like we're taking the necessary precautions that we need in order for us to like, you know, make sure it comes out the way that I want it, but still be able to like make sure everybody's like safe. You know what I mean? We don't really like, I want to rush it because that's just me. I'm like very impatient, but I feel like COVID is teaching me patience. And I feel like that's why it's around for so long. Because God's like, listen here, Miss Ma'am, you sit down, wait. It's not ready yet. So we're still moving. It's just not as fast as I would like it, but we're still doing everything, and it picked up the pace versus we were at like a dead halt trying to figure out how to make things work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you this, because I don't like this mask situation. I feel like I can't breathe every time I wear it.
That's me.
Where you're at, like, is it like a requirement to wear masks everywhere you go?
Yes, it's so annoying. Because, like, when I was down south, that wasn't a requirement. So I'm just used to, like, oh, it's, like, selective. You can select if you want to wear a mask, and you can select if you don't want to wear one. So, because they're like, it's your health. Up here, they're like, nope, you can't go nowhere without your mask. And I'm just sitting here like, oh, snap. So I'm always walking. And then I get in the store and they're like, no, you can't come in. You can't come in. And I'm just sitting here like, what did I do? I ain't steal nothing. Like, what? I just got here. And then they're like, your mask. And I go, oh, shit, this fucking mask, bro. So then I have to like walk back all the way back to the car, find the mask, put it on, and then go in and everything. And it just sucks because it like ruins my makeup and everything. Because 9 times out of 10, I have makeup on and I'm just like, ooh, child, no. So it's just a hot mess.
Yeah, for sure. I guess over here, certain places you can go with your mask and certain you can go without. But I just feel like I can't breathe in it. That's just my big beef with the mask.
That's me. I feel like it just makes everything so much hotter, like, especially it's summertime. I don't want to wear this mask in the summer, like, However, it do be helping with some people's stankness. I don't want to smell their onions, you know, underarms. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I thought like that the mask situation was kind of dying down. So I know in Vegas, like I was watching Snapchat, right? And then I guess these people were like having pool parties and stuff, but they had the mask on. I was like, so you're gonna jump in the pool with the mask? Like, I just want to know.
How do you do that? Like, I mean, that makes no sense. Like, because I know me, I like to swim underwater. So it's like, how you gonna swim underwater with a mask on? Girl, you look crazy. So.
Yeah, I don't know, but I guess I don't know if they're gonna enforce like the mask like everywhere you go. I guess each state is like different.
Yeah. And then like over here, they're like, if you are coming from out of state, like they're like, it's mandatory for you to quarantine for 14 days. Like they're really enforcing it over here. And then I think they said they were starting to shut off. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I heard that they said they're about to start closing the borders again for us because of like everybody went down to Florida and Miami and they're like, I don't want to get sick again type stuff.
Yeah.
So, oh, hi, boo. I think that's for you. Alexa Valentino.
Yeah, she was on yesterday. She's cool. little
Oh, she's a vibe.
little young prodigy, little young prodigy for real.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, like I heard everyone was going to like Miami. I was like, hey, y'all can stay down there, don't come back.
And like everybody was telling me like, Kadi, you left the perfect time when you did, because now everybody's going down there and the COVID ratings went up, and I was just like, ooh, ooh, and then like now everyone's like, oh, you need to come back down for shoots. I said, it's too high, just like the rent up here is too high.
For sure. Okay, sounds good. Let me ask you a question about merchandise.
Okay.
Like, you do you have any, or do you eventually want to come out with some?
So I eventually want to come out with some. It's just I want to do it the right way. That's how, like I said with my song, I had felt like I had rushed it, and I don't want to rush this because it's gonna have my name on it, and I want to make sure I have the right name and this, that, and third, and blah blah blah. So I'm like taking my time, sitting down, figuring out exactly like what I want to put on the merchandise, and make sure that it like supports my brand, fits with my brand, and it's also like a look. I mean, I have a few ideas in mind that I want to do as far as merchandise, but we just have to wait.
For sure.
Hmm.
And do you have like a timetable on when you're trying to? I know you say you're being patient with it, but like, do you have like a timetable of when you're trying to like put
Get it
like
out.
full batches out?
Yes. By the end of 2020. Like that's my goal, to get it done by the end of it, so that way it actually gets off the ground. But I just want to leave it in God's hands, and He'll figure a way. It might come sooner, and it might come later. But my main focus for me is like I really do want it done by 2020.
For sure. Like,
Yeah.
you
I'm
gotta
sorry,
make
I didn't hear you. We're cutting out.
you gotta make hats though. You gotta make hats.
Yes, I want to do hats. I want to do T-shirts, mugs, like everything. Like I just want my face everywhere. Just
For sure. Because we came out with like hats and shirts,
yes, I
and
saw they're so fire. I was like, yes.
we did samples, and they were like, "Yo, let me get some hats." I was like, "Hey, that was only supposed to be a sample," but apparently people like the black shirts better than the white ones. I'm like,
I
black is
actually like the white better. Like I like the white hats. Like when I saw them, I was like, yeah, no, this is a vibe.
for sure.
Yeah.
That we have to get one out to you for sure.
Yes. Oh, I would love that. I'll be over here like wearing my hat, talking about some.
Let me jump into another question I have for you, because
Okay.
part one I didn't like it, so this is my redemption right now. I'm on redemption. But the question I have for you,
Mm-hmm.
far as an artist
Mm-hmm.
being in the studio, like, have you learned like how to like produce like tracks and stuff like that? Use all the different equipment in there.
Yeah, so my thing is like my goal is to basically have a home studio, so that way I could just do everything at home. So when I go to the studio, I'm very like I look at what they're doing. Like I know how to record, like all the simple stuff, but like that I mean which that's pretty much all you need, and then I would just send it to someone to mix and master. But like I want to learn like how to do more of the effects and this, that, and the third, and blah blah blah. Like making it sound like it's like in the radio, like meaning like the voice is in the radio, like it sounds like they recorded it and it's overlapping, and stuff like that and everything. But I know how to do like simple stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And how was the process of like learning like how to use like all of the different equipment? Was it like hard?
Mm, yes and no. Like the actually recording button is easy. You just like click the button, um, like with the mouse. But as far as like the other stuff, like that does like take a little bit of time, and like knowing what goes where, and like what button does this and what button does that. You know what I mean? But for the most part, it's like it's simple. You know what I mean?
For sure. So you're gonna have to add something to your list pretty soon. Oh yeah,
Engineer.
Sing, singer, dancer, model, actor, engineer.
Engineer.
Yeah, for sure. That's something of the future coming.
Imagine. That would be so dope.
Okay, for sure. And are you still? You're an independent artist, right?
Yes.
Th- Is do you want to stay an independent artist?
Yes.
Oh, like 100% of it.
I'm sorry, you're cutting out. What did you say?
You get 100% of everything. Is that the primary reason?
No, it's more so of the fact that, like, as an independent artist, you're able to do and say whatever you feel is best for your brand versus when you're signed to an artist, like, to, like, a, like, label. It's kind of like they're like, oh, yeah, you have to do this and that. And, like, they try to dictate and tell you, like, what to do and what to say. And it's like, I just want to be myself. Like, I don't want to have to dealing with like legal issues because of I said something, and it's like it's a lot. So for me, I just want to just be myself. If I was to be signed to independent label, sure, because they still give you like the freedom of speech and to be more involved in your craft. I don't want literally anyone telling me what to do. I'm not a big person on that.
For sure. So I never knew they did that. So like you like if you're signed to like a major record label, for example, what you say is it like kind of controlled?
I feel like you have limited access to doing certain things versus like when you're independent, it's like 100% you. You can tell them, like, you can tell your label, like, I want to do this as far as promotions and I want to do that and this, that, and the third. And they're more like, all right. Versus like if you do it to industry, they're kind of just like, you know what I'm saying? Like they're looking at you like, yeah, no, sit down. So this is what we're doing as far, and then you're just like, all right, you know what I mean? Which I've heard for a lot of people, like they're just like, just be independent, do independent. It's a lot easier.
Okay, for sure. And far as like down the line future, what what kind of legacy do you like want to leave behind? Far as like, well, you're different. Let me go down. You're not just an artist. So, was this singer, dancer, model, and actor
Yeah.
in that order? Oh, what kind of legacy are you trying to leave behind with that?
My legacy is more, I feel like it's just living your truth and just be like you without having to like be like apologetic. Like you
Hmm.
can be into whatever you set your mind to. And I want like people to realize, like, whether it's through me or through somebody else that, you know, continues my legacy of what I'm trying to come across. Like, I just want them to be like, you know what? So and so did it and Kadia did it. Like, I'm gonna do it too. Like, you feel me? She had literally nothing, came from nothing, and now she made a name for herself. You know what I mean? So, and she didn't like be like, oh, I'm gonna quit, like, and I'm not gonna do this, and they're telling me to do this, so I'm gonna do that. And it's just like, no, I just want you to be unapologetic. I can't speak today, but I just want you to be you without having to apologize, because apparently I can't say it. Like I was struggling for whatever reason, but like I just, you know, just that's my legacy. Like that I was able to do something and set my mind to it and achieve it. You know.
For sure. Sounds good as well. And far as you as a brand,
Mm-hmm.
um, what do you think your top three qualities are, like positive qualities as you being?
I want to say the negatives. I feel like the top three is that I'm a go getter. I don't like being told no, but if you tell me no, I'm going to find a way for you to tell me yes. So I really don't back down from a challenge, I guess you could say. And I'm independent. I'm okay with being a lone wolf, as you like to call it, I guess you could say, being able to do things by myself, and I could set goals for myself and do it myself without having someone to like push me. You feel me? Like a lot of people I realize like that I've known personally and that I've seen, like they like to just do things, and but in order for them to do things, like someone has to push them, like they have to motivate them, and it's like I'm self-motivating. Like I would be like, all right, like literally in my head, if I wake up and I'm like laying down for too long, like my brain be like, yo, get up, because like What you laying down here for? Like, you didn't reach $1 million yet. Like, your bank account don't say 1 million, 2 million, whatever the case million. Like, get up and go hustle. And that's just always been my mentality, you know?
For sure. Great answer. Answers with a S.
Thank you.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
My God. Okay. I'm gonna cut you off for a second. This dude that just joined right now,
Yes.
Easy RMG, he is doing a live Instagram live concert later.
Okay.
Yeah. Like if you want to check that out, you can. But I know you're.
Is it today?
Yes, today. It's Texas time.
Okay.
You're 3 hours ahead of me. He's 2 hours ahead. He's in Dallas, Texas, actually.
Okay.
And we'll be doing a podcast with him as well.
Okay.
Times on that in a post. But I think it would be cool.
Like, yeah, I mean, just let me know what time, because after this, I'm like literally about to get ready and jet out. Like, I have like photo shoots today. But while in the like midst of transit, like I could definitely check it out. I don't mind.
For sure. So, Peasy, make sure you bring heat today, sir.
But, and guys, share the live to me so that way I can go in, because I won't let me follow him right now because I was trying to do it and I'm just like, hey, I won't let me. So as soon as like it's over, like I want to see so I can follow, and just send me the live. I'm down.
For sure. I'll send it to you, or he'll send it to you. One of us will. But yeah, I just wanted to share that. But next question I have. Mm-hmm. I probably asked this in our part 1, but I'm gonna go here again. Okay. Like, what are your personal hobbies you do away from, in that order of all those careers you got?
You did ask this, and I said I like to work. That's my hobby. Because I feel like if you can't enjoy what you do, then you shouldn't do it. So I'm like, I like music. Like, even if I'm not singing, like, you will see me like always putting music on. Like, I don't like quiet. Like, that's my thing. Like, I mean, okay, let me rephrase that. I do like quiet, like, you know, but like for the most part, I like to have music going, or, you know, hearing beats or whatever. Like, I just like to create. That's like my hobby. I literally don't do anything else but that. Like, if I think about it, I'm like I hear crickets in my head, because it's like, what else do you do? No, that's it. That's like my life, literally my life. I mean, I've done painting in the past. It's okay. It's usually used more like if I'm stressed out, I use it as like a stress reliever. But other than that, like mainly everything that I've done that's in that order, that's like a hobby.
All of those. So work's your hobby. I'm going to take that.
Yes.
For sure. Okay. Appreciate that answer again. I thought I asked it before, mm-hmm. and I thought you said work, but I'm like, did they work? I just want to make sure.
Nope. Yeah, it did say work. Hey, what's up?
Yeah, for sure. Next question, not really a question, but did you get to share everything you wanted to share that you didn't get to share the first time around because of the interruptions we kind of had?
I mean, yeah, I still got everything across that I wanted to get across, that there's new music coming on the way. There's other projects that I have going on. So it's not just like, because I know a lot of people have been like, when's new music coming out? Like, I get text messages, DMs, calls. I need new music. And I'm just like, it's coming. It's coming. Like, everyone's holding me at gunpoint, like, where's the music at? And I'm just like, it's coming, bro. You got to relax. I want to do it in a different order than what I did for mine. You know, I want it to be bigger. And I feel like as a project and as an artist, I always want to grow and continue to grow. So I'm like, this is me growing. I just want to do it in like, look, we need that. It's coming. It's coming. I promise. But like I said, I'm doing it in a totally different way. It's a totally different vibe. And like, I'm very artistic and creative. So I want to do it in a creative way that it's just like, wow. Like, I never thought like she would do something like that. You know what I mean? And like the song is very dope. So it's like, I want to just take a different approach than what I had.
Okay. So it's going to be one of those tracks that we will just say, oh my God, like it was worth the wait. So
yes.
on.
Yes. Each song going out, like, because I take my time crafting them because, like, you know, they all tell a story, but I want to make sure that the story is fully coming across with the lyrics that I have, so that way I don't have to feel like, damn, I should have put this or I should have said this or whatever. Thank you. He's like, it's still vibes. Yes, yes, that tracks might be timeless, but yeah, like I have a few different things. Like I said, rapping, some singing, love songs, other stuff. Like it's a whole lot.
For sure. I'll be patiently waiting for it.
Yeah.
And when it releases,
I would definitely let you know.
hey, I got Apple Music just because of you. So yeah.
He's like, you know, take your time, but like hurry up.
Even I have an iPhone and everything. Well, I don't rock with Apple Music like that, but
Right. I mean, it was also on Spotify title, so if you
oh,
had
was it?
those, yes.
Oh well, got
Look at his face.
oh, it is what it is. Because I have Spotify, but I saw it on your profile under Apple Music, so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get it, whatever.
Yeah,
But,
I truly appreciate that though. That's real support and real love right there.
yeah, for sure. And anything else you want to share before Instagram starts acting crazy?
No, but everybody that's in here, thank you for coming and tuning in. I really appreciate all your love and support. New music is definitely on the way and other projects as well. Some I've talked about and some I have not because, you know, got to keep you on your toes. But I'm really excited and fortunate enough for you guys to actually like my music and want more because that literally just makes my heart whole because I mean, people do music for the money, but I do it for more so like sending out the message. You know what I mean? And I like to hear that people be like, oh, it's a vibe or I resonate with this or girl, yes. Like whatever it is, like I just love hearing that people are liking it. You know what I mean? Even the people that say they hate it, that still kind of makes me happy because it's like, if you ain't got haters, you ain't doing something right. Feel me? So.
Streets are waiting on your music, so yeah, shout out to whoever that is.
Yes. I know, and it's coming, it's different. Oh, listen, DM me, we'll talk about that. I'm down for all the antics. So.
For sure. Yeah, so hopefully y'all put a song else together. I'll rock with it, I suppose. But yeah, for sure. Other than that, I think we're about to wrap up because I plan to stream the video and do all the things that I want to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, if you want a copy, just send me a DM.
Of course, you know I always want a copy. And I'll just post it.
For sure. I appreciate you for doing this part 2 with me. Awesome.
Of course. Sorry about the lighting. I like to use natural lighting, and over here it's about to thunder really bad.
Interesting. Yeah. For sure. Yeah, I'll send it to you once I edit and do other stuff. But yeah, thank you again for coming on. I had a good time. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you so much. I'm about to rush now to get ready and everything and then go and do what I have to do. But, you know, that's the life. You never sleep.
For sure. I'll grind. But yeah, hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And thank you.
You too.
Podcasts. And yeah, have a good day.
Thank you, you too. Bye.